Alright, hello class. Today we are going to be continuing our basketball unit. So if you remember last time, we actually learned how to dribble and play dribble tag, and maybe some of the moves that we learned would be a crossover. So if everyone remembers that, we are actually going to be stretching out really quick before we touch back on what we learned last week. So we're going to bend over and just stretch and touch our toes. And I want you guys to hold that in the front, both hands touching, reaching for both of your front feet for 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. We're going to repeat the same, sticking our right leg out and reaching to our right leg, holding it for 1, 2, and 3. And then sticking our left leg out and doing the same thing, 1, 2, and 3. Once we are all done with that, now that we're all stretched out, we're actually going to be going back and playing the game dribble tag, which is what we played last time. So if everyone wants to go run and grab a ball, perfectly fine, and we're going to meet in the center of the gym to play a quick game of dribble tag. Perfect, good job guys. Now we're all going to collect back in together and we're going to be talking about another part in basketball, which is how to shoot a basketball. So I want you all to go put those basketballs back on the rack, and I'm going to show you how to shoot a correct basketball. So this is my basketball, and what I'm going to need to do in order to shoot it correctly is I'm going to make my feet shoulder width apart, and then I'm going to take my right hand, or my dominant hand, which is the hand that you usually write with. So I'm right-handed, so I'm going to use my dominant hand, and I'm going to place my pointer finger on the black part of the basketball, and the rest of my fingers can just follow. My other hand, that's not my dominant hand, can just kind of rest here. You don't want to try to shoot with two, but you might need to get some extra strength depending on who you are. With my feet shoulder width apart, my pointer finger on the black part, my other hand is resting here. I'm going to give a slight bend in my knees. Make sure my elbow is at 90 degrees, or looking like a bottom of a rectangle almost. This is how you're going to shoot it, and slight bend in the knees, and then you're going to come up, push all the way through with your arm, and then once we get to the top, we're going to extend all the way up and kind of make our hand look like a gooseneck almost. So our hand's going to look like this by the end, way above your arm. So to show you guys that one more time, you're going to keep your feet shoulder width apart, pointer finger on the black part of the basketball, other fingers follow, your guide hand or your less dominant hand right on the side of the ball, arm at a 90-degree angle, slight bend in the knee, and we're going to continue all the way up until our hand gets to that goose egg. And I can show you from the side. Finger on the black part, other fingers follow, hand to the side, feet width apart, elbow at 90 degrees, slight bend, up, and we're going to gooseneck at the top. Now that you guys have seen this, are there any questions? Does anyone have any questions on the form? No? Okay. So now I want you guys to go grab a basketball again, but I want you to partner up. So you're going to partner up with a partner. I'm going to be walking around with my clipboard, just taking some notes on some awesome form that I see. And I want you just to sit with your partner and shoot it back and forth. So you're going to use your correct form, hold the basketball, and I'm going to shoot it to my partner. My partner is going to either catch it or let it drop and then grab it and do the same thing, get in their correct form and shoot it back to me. And we're going to be doing this activity until I blow my whistle, and then once I blow my whistle, I want you all to hold the basketball at your side, like we previously discussed in other lessons before, and we are going to then talk about if there are any questions or any struggles. Alright, awesome class. Now you can either go and continue to play either partner shoot or the game pig that we learned last time, or you can learn the game lightning. Lightning works like this. If I was in a line, I would have, and I'm going to grab student A to come behind me, and we would stand in a line, and we're going to step about 5 feet back from the basket, and I'm going to shoot first, and after I shoot, student A is going to try to shoot right after me and make it before I do. If I make it, I'm still in the game, and I catch my ball. I'm going to go back to the back of the line, and then student B can still, or student A can still try to make it, while student B is going to be behind them trying to get them out. Let's say if student A that was behind me, the person behind me, were to shoot and make it before I did, then I would be out and student A would go to the back of the line. But if the person behind me doesn't get me out, and then they make it before the person behind them, they're still in. The only way you can get out is if the person behind you makes it before you do. So that's going to be the fun game that we're going to close our lesson with. So you can either go play pig or you can play lightning. Either way, I want you just to enjoy the couple games and make sure you're using your correct form. So before we leave, I'm going to go over the main points again. Is feet shoulder width apart. We're going to put our finger on the black part of the ball using our dominant hand, our less dominant hand here. We're going to make our arm at a 90 degrees and do a slight bend in our knees and come all the way through with the gooseneck. And once we do that, you can shoot the basketball, so you guys go have fun.